These are the brand new AO hybrid shorts by Cuts Clothing. And they just released these a couple weeks ago with either, I think, the summer or the spring collection. And they're supposed to be your go-to shorts this summer when things get hot and when you need to maybe even take a dip in the pool. So today I've got a couple of pairs to walk through with you, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on them, the pros, the cons, kind of what you're gonna be using these for, and ultimately what I think about them compared to the dozens of other shorts that I have in my closet from other brands. So a couple of quick things. I actually reached out to Cuts. They've seen some of my previous videos on them. They were able to send me a couple of pairs of shorts. They sent me these Pacific blue ones, which I really like. I'm a big fan of blue shorts. So they sent me these in Pacific blue. I've got kind of this grayish color right here. And then I'm currently wearing a pair of the khakis, which I like as well because they're just extremely versatile. So Cuts sent me 3 pairs of shorts to review for you today. I'm pretty much just gonna use these as the test subject to walk you through the ins and outs of this pair of shorts and what I like about it and what I don't like about it. So very first thing that you're gonna notice when you first take these out of the bag is you're gonna notice the type of material that they're made out of. I was not expecting it at all. These are actually extremely thin and lightweight and wispy. You probably can't hear over the camera, but when you move in these, they crunch a lot because they're made out of that really swishy material. I've actually got a pair of hiking pants I use when I go riding in the summer, riding my motorcycle, and these are made out of the exact same material. So if you're looking for something that's gonna be really lightweight and something that's not gonna overheat you during the summer, I think that these, material-wise, will be a very good fit for you. All right, now let's talk about inseams. So one of the biggest and most important things, especially when you're designing a pair of shorts, is the inseams. That's how long from the inner thigh down the cut of the shorts is. Now, Cuts made these at 7 inches, which I actually think is the perfect length. On me, these fit me perfectly, and they're the perfect length, I think, for kind of a versatile everyday fit, where you don't want it to be too short and unprofessional, but you don't want it to be too long and not comfortable and athletic and things like that for the summer. So for your knowledge, as somebody that's 6'5", 200 pounds, this is how they fit on me. You can see they hit me a good deal above the knee, but not too high. I think they look really good. This is exactly how I prefer to wear my shorts. All my other pairs of shorts pretty much have the same inseam, and these are really nice. Not too tight, not too loose. I think they've done a really good job. All right, now let's dive into some of the specifics about the shorts and see what I like and dislike about them. So first off, what you're gonna notice is they've got a Cuts branded button, just the small little things that Cuts tends to do. I really like their attention to detail. They do a fantastic job with their branding and making sure that it looks good, but it's very subtle and understated. You've got a nice pocket in the back that's pretty sizable if I can fit my whole hand in there. It's not buttoned up, it's just an open pocket. Both of these actually are just open pockets. There's 2 in the back, as you can see kind of right here. So, but there's also a little bag in the back that kind of tucks in right on your side a little bit. And they say that this is meant for your keys or anything that you don't want to lose, but you don't want to have it on you when you're going swimming. So that's a big part of these shorts, is they design them with the summer in mind, saying, hey, you can wear these out on a business meeting because they look really nice. You can wear them to the golf course, you can wear them for athletic events. And then if you decide that you want to take a dip in the pool, you don't have to actually change into a pair of swimming trunks because these have that mesh lining, meaning that they'll dry out a lot quicker and you can kind of double them as swim trunks, hence the AO hybrid piece, not, you know, with them being kind of half swim trunks, half actual really nice shorts that honestly I'd wear these in pretty much any situation. Now, one thing that I did forget to mention, especially when it comes to pockets, is Cuts actually has hidden a pocket in these pair of shorts. You can see that on the right side there's this little zipper pocket right here. I'm a huge fan of when companies do this. And you can actually pull this down, and here's another zipper pocket. Very small, but it's got that same mesh lining, and that's for stuff that you definitely do not want to lose. Lastly, you'll notice that Cuts, of course, has stuck with their X logo branding in the corner or on the side of the pants. So, you know, just really nice, tastefully branded, just like their shirts. You pretty much could never notice they were Cuts unless you were looking for that little X right there on the corner of the shorts. Now, one thing I do want to point out, which you might have seen right there, is there's this little stitch right here. And I'm in the Cuts Facebook community. I saw a lot of people complaining about this stitch, saying, oh my goodness, this stitch ruined the entire pair of pants. You can see it, you know, right, I'm losing it, right there. And I don't think it looks that bad. Obviously, I would prefer it without the stitch, but I think it was for them to kind of make sure that the lining was in there very well and very tight. And they put that stitch in there because they had to from a production standpoint. And so that's what the stitch looks like on the gray. Let me show you what it looks like on the darker colors. So you can see this is the dark blue. The actual color here is Pacific blue. And honestly, I'm not gonna notice it. I don't think anybody's gonna notice it unless they're looking really, really closely. So I'm really not too worried about that. Now, speaking of the Cuts Facebook community, I did read some of the reviews from the long-term Cuts fans who have purchased these. There seems to be an issue with sizing where if you're a 32, they fit like a 34, and so people were having to size down by another size. Now for me, like I said, I have 3 pairs here. I'm normally a size 31 to a 32, so actually on the smaller end of a 32, but these all 3 are in size 32 and they fit me perfectly. So we'll see, but for me, everything fits true to size. I did not have to size down. And honestly, even if it is a little bit big, they've got these pockets. I mean, they've got two loops here. They've got another loop here, another loop here. So you can wear a belt with these. Obviously, you don't want to have to, but you can wear a belt with these. Keep in mind, you're probably not gonna wear a belt when you're swimming, so maybe you do want them to fit a little tighter. So if you wanna be rather safe than sorry, maybe size down if it's not gonna be too much of a hassle to do so. So I think they've done a pretty good job here. Keep in mind, this is their first iteration of shorts that they're releasing that are really meant for that lightweight summer vibe, and I'm really excited for it. Especially as somebody who runs hot, I find that sometimes I put on a pair of my khaki shorts and I go out and I'm sweating and it's gross and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm like sweating through my shorts. But these are so breathable that honestly, I'm pretty certain I'm going to end up retiring my old shorts. I actually was looking at getting a new pair of shorts over this summer because my old ones were I've had them for years and they were getting old and discolored. And I was looking for the past couple of weeks, like about to pull the trigger, and I saw Cuts release these and I had to get my hands on them. So I'm a big fan of them. I've been wearing them for a couple of days, like I said, and I really enjoy them so far. I think if you're going to go for any colors, you can't really go wrong, but big fan of the navy color. It looks so good. It matches with almost everything. I mean, you could put these with the green. Right now I'm wearing probably one of Cuts' old green colors. I don't know what it's called, but most of the green colors look about the same. But you can see blue works well with it. The khaki is very versatile as well. And then of course, you can never go wrong with just a standard gray. So you really can't go wrong in any of these colors. So I think these are very good, versatile, hybrid shorts that I'm a really big fan of. And I think Cuts kind of knocked it out of the park with their first iteration. I literally opened up the bag and was like, oh my gosh, like this is really nice. I expect nice things from Cuts, but these really blew me away. So big fan of these. I highly recommend you check them out. If you do, please consider using the link in my description. I now have a quasi partnership with Cuts, so if you use my link, I think you get 15% off, and then I get a little bit of kickback as well. And I would love to be able to keep making these videos for you, kind of running through all of the new Cuts releases, how they fit on me as somebody that's about 6'5", 200 pounds, and just give you kind of my honest review. And I know it's hard to say that, especially when you've got a little bit of a kickback from something, but you know, there's so many things on the Cuts website that are amazing. Like all my friends wear Cuts t-shirts now. So there's so many amazing things on the Cuts website that I can give you an honest opinion on it, because if I don't like it, there's just other things that I can tell you to go buy, but I'm not going to tell you to do anything. I want you to make the best decision for yourself. It really is up to you what you prefer, but I think Cuts did a great job, and I highly recommend you check these out. So thank you all so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a Cuts giveaway. We'll see when I hit 1,000. I think I promised that a couple of videos back, so I'm going to end up doing that. But at 1,000 subscribers, doing a Cuts giveaway. And continue following if you're interested in more Cuts videos and fashion reviews. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and don't forget to use my link for 15% off on your Cuts purchase, even if you've purchased before. Thanks guys, and I will talk to you later. Peace. Just for reference, this is how these shorts fit me. Josh, I had my fly down.